before, I wouldn't say you're in for a treat. What I would say is you're in for the ability to see a guy who ranks up there with the giant haystacks, the big daddies, the pit bulls, the Mal Kirks of the world. These people who are your big British super heavyweights. The difference with this guy is not only can this guy fight, but this guy can actually even fly.
Introducing his opponent.
What can I say about Doug Williams that hasn't already been said before? This man is a true ambassador of the industry of British professional wrestling, respected all across Europe, in Japan, Canada, America, a champion in TNA, a champion in Noah Japan, a champion in Ring of Honor. Doug Williams is the greatest import of his generation, without question, without doubt. This is the man once known as the anarchist, and this is going to be a hell of a contest, Cheap Man. You're back with us.
We're back. We are back. We are live here for NGW Eternal Glory Night 1. Singles action once again about to get underway here.
And what a contrast from what we've already seen earlier tonight here at NGW Eternal Glory. You know, we saw Noam Dar against El Ligero, and now we've got a battle of, I guess you could say, a battle of the super heavyweights. Doug Williams, not known as being a super heavyweight, but he's by far one of the bigger guys here in the UK. And Dave Mastiff, one scary, scary man, G-Man.
Well, they're both scary in their own respects. Doug Williams, a former judo competitor as well, so they're both not to be messed with. Bell sounds are underway for singles action here. Doug Williams versus Big Back Dave Mastiff. Here we go. Collar and elbow title, here we go. Who's going to get the advantage in this one, Alex?
Well, I think that's obvious, you know. I mean, Doug has the advantage when it comes to balance, I would say. But in terms of sheer brute strength, it's going to go to Mastiff every time.
This one could get ugly in a hurry. Big Dave's rough and ready. Doug Williams seems to be missing a tooth.
Yes, indeed. Well, listen, you know, I was talking to somebody earlier today. I was saying I knew Doug Williams when he first started out. We started on the same weekend at the same wrestling school, and to see this guy start in a disused army barracks in Folkestone, Kent, all the way to wrestling Ric Flair in Wembley State or Wembley Arena, you know, this is a guy who has done more in the last 10 years in British wrestling than anybody else you can name. But he's in there with a man who, to be fair, is quite frightening. I mean, I was saying earlier before you came back in the seat that, you know, Dave Mastiff isn't just big, isn't just powerful, isn't just brutal when it comes to brawling, but the guy can also fly as well. I mean, I doubt we're going to see any of it here tonight, but I've seen that guy do moonsaults, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, you've seen the giant haystacks and the big daddies. I think Dave Mastiff is of that ilk, but in a class all on his own.
Indeed, Alex. I've also seen Dave Bradshaw on a night out, and he could probably do all the same.
That's really scary. Your past commentary partner's here in spirit, yeah. I got my days confused. It happens. I'm getting old, G-Man. I'm getting old.
Time waits for no man. And as the time ticks away on this match, Doug Williams takes the front face lock to Dave Mastiff. Oh, what a power.
And that is the power and the brute strength right there of Dave Mastiff, because Doug Williams is no small man. Like I said, probably about 250 pounds to lift him up, and that wasn't a balance and leverage job, that was a sheer brute strength, muscled him over and dropped him right on the canvas.
Yeah. I've been in the ring with Dave Mastiff before, and he is just brutal. He's brutal. He will beat you up and laugh.
Now, I would say that the strategy here for Doug Williams, you know, you're going to think, well, why is Doug Williams entering into these brute tests of strength with Mastiff? But the strategy here has got to be by Williams to slowly but surely burn Mastiff out, because when it comes to muscle endurance, the advantage has to go to Williams. As you can see, Williams now using that balance, losing that leverage, and Dave Mastiff using the hair.
Well, you could put it to either competitor. Doug Williams, I would say, is the more technical sound of the two. Of course, Mastiff is the bigger of the two. So you've got the power of Dave Mastiff, and you've got the technical prowess of Doug Williams.
You know, you get that sense like being at school when it's, you know, 4 o'clock and the bell's gone. This audience, they're seeing some wrestling, but they know this is going to turn into a fight. You know, you get that sense in the air in this full house here in Keighley that at any moment this match is just going to explode, and you're going to see these two heavyweights beating the crap out of each other. It's a feeling out process here, but you just sense it in the air. You can see it already. We're only in the first couple of minutes, and already those shots, those strikes are getting tighter and harder. You know, the focus and the attention there on each other is starting to increase, and there you go. You see it. The sweat's starting to pour. I've got a feeling this one's going to be a brawl.
Could definitely end up that way, Alex. Look at the forearm of Doug Williams, right on that ear of Mastiff. Mastiff will not give up. Here we go. Williams looking for another twist on that arm there, and he's got it. Arm wringer into a wrist lock now.
And you can see that, you know, Doug's got that on tight, and Mastiff taking Doug Williams back to the corner. I think this is going to be messy. There you got right there, right into the midsection of Doug Williams.
Mastiff now, arm wringer, Irish whip, near side, Doug pulls the boot up, rolls him through, he's got him, hooks it, two count only by referee Johnson, cross-body by,
this is going to be big slam. You can feel the ring shake on that one, and if I was Doug, I'd move out of the way as quick as I could. Big knee by Mastiff. Thank God for Doug, he moved out of the way as Doug hits the ropes, holds on. Mastiff comes back, shot in the midsection, and straight out. You can hear the thud there as Mastiff hit the floor. And I've not seen Doug do this in quite some time. Is he going to go over the top?
Wait a minute.
G-Man?
He is!
Doug Williams straight through the ropes to the outside. Both men crash into the guardrail and hard on the floor here at NGW in Keighley.
Holy mackerel!
Only mackerel. Tinge.
Oh, the mackerel is also available. We can't be product placing here.
Wow, I mean, I haven't seen Doug do that quite. You know, Doug was the first guy I ever saw do a moonsault live. Can you believe that? You know, like a long time's passed since then, and you think Doug sort of focused on more of a ground attack, and he pulls something like that out of the bag right here. So a big shocker for me, I can tell you. Not as shocking as it was for Mastiff, though.
Oh no, all these people here at Keighley.
And he's out here again, he's going up to the top rope. You can tell he's taking this match very seriously because, over, lands on his feet.
But there's the power, there's the size of Mastiff, Alex.
Did you see the sweat fly everywhere as those two like behemoths collided? I don't think unless you're here at ringside you can really take into account just how big these men are. They're very large men. Do you feel safe at this table? Because I'm not so sure, G-Man, that I do.
No, Dave Mastiff has his own gravitational pull.
Has his own postcode, that's for sure. One for each arse cheek.
No, just one for his beard.
That's a big beard. And that's a hard shot right there. You know, we can jest, but the truth is that this is a serious contest. These guys really laying into each other, and neither person wants to be at the end or the receiving end of those forearm shots for too long. I mean, I don't want to sound cliche, but the ring moved about 2 inches on that one there. And our table.
Oh, here we go. Two count only by referee Johnson here in our second match.
And you know, you've got to take into account, G-Man, that it's not just about kicking out of the move, it's about kicking the weight of Dave Mastiff off of you when you're in a pinning position. I mean, that's like having two guys laid on top of you.
The Williams in the wrong part of town here. What's Mastiff going for here?
Straight kick right to the temple there. Right to the Shirley.
Doug Williams getting this crowd behind him. Oh, Mastiff with a handful of tights now.
Oh, right in the kidneys. I felt that one.
Doug Doug's in trouble here.
What Doug really needs to do is what he did earlier, which is take Mastiff to the outside in some way and just give himself time to recover. That's the thing with pro wrestling, you know, if you can find a way to take your opponent down just for those 15 seconds, you know, it gives you that time to recover. But Mastiff, every time Doug, you know, just as he's starting to get that back, 5-6 seconds later, he's straight back on the offensive there. And I can feel another one of those shots. Oh, and Doug managed to block it there.
He's got it, he's got the crossbody this time. Referee out of position. Oh, that could have
Just
been a 3.
And I think it's going to take a lot more than that to take Mastiff away. I mean, the shape of Dave Mastiff, you know, it's really hard to get this guy's shoulders down because just the sheer mass that you have to, you know, to bring down on the canvas. And actually, his shoulders are so rounded that he starts to roll when you get him down. I mean, that is, it's like trying to pin a weeble.
Or a bear.
And yeah.
A bear. Terrible Ted, the wrestling bear.
This crowd getting behind Doug Williams by pissing off Dave Mastiff, which to be fair isn't the best way to get behind Doug Williams. I mean, Dave Mastiff is a scary man as it is. A pissed off Dave Mastiff is even scarier. And you can see he's really taken it out on Doug's neck there. I mean, you can see the compression of the vertebrae, the way Doug's neck is twisting, G-Man.
I believe he's got a cravat on.
I believe it is. A move often seen by Doug Williams, strangely. It's normally the other way round you see in this match.
Yeah. Cravat, of course, is French for chokehold.
I feel like when I sit with you, I learn something new. Every time. And 100 new cliches.
Amen, Reverend. Feet to the eyes.
You know, the thing with that move is that it's so quick that it stops the referee from being able to actually say. People say, why do you break the eyes like that? It's because the referee, it's such a split second. It's, oh, and I think he just spat on him there. I couldn't actually see from my vantage point, but yeah. I mean, yeah, so, you know, when you see something like that, spitting on your opponent, and well, and that's, I think that was a bad mistake. It's just really fired Doug up. You don't spit on the biggest ambassador this country's had in 10 years unless you've got something up your sleeve. And unfortunately for Doug, it was that big elbow by Dave Mastiff. Oh!
No water in the pool for Mastiff!
Williams out of dodge there. That could have not only changed the course of this match, but the course of Doug Williams' return to the United Kingdom. I tell you, if Mastiff can hit that, this is game, set and match for Doug Williams.
Well, this ain't Wimbledon.
What did I tell you, G-Man? I said this was going to be a fight, right? I mean, we're seeing it now. They're pulling out the heavy artillery, and this crowd are knowing what they're going to see. One of these men is going down, but not before. Look at these shots. I mean, you see the sweat just pouring off both men as they're connecting with those hard forearms.
Oh, I'm loving this. Look at the sweat fly.
That will kill some brain cells. Look at that.
Kill some sweat glands. Look at this. Irish whip. Mastiff. Reverse. Williams hard into the far side.
Boots to the face of Mastiff. Doug up to the second on the inside. Over the top. Doug goes up. What's coming? And flying uppercut by Doug Williams. Floors the big man and brings this crowd to their feet here at NGW.
Can he put him away though, Alex? That's the golden question here.
And it's this flurry of offense that you have now coming from Doug Williams. He runs into the corner with a high knee. Are we going to see it? Brings it. Oh, he's going for that suplex. But Mastiff knows what's coming.
It's too big, Alex. It's too big.
Fights it off and shot to the midsection again. High knee. Oh, strong style Japanese clothesline there from Doug Williams.
Dave's in trouble here. This could be
two,
it.
And oh, and that was almost G-Man. Almost.
Well, there's only one thing left to do for Doug Williams now.
And as the match goes longer like this, it's harder for those big shoulders of Mastiff to leave the canvas. That was nearly all. And now
but he's up. He's up.
And he's got him.
Uh-oh.
We've seen this before. If he can nail this, this is not going to be good. Oh my lord!
And here it comes.
No,
Here it comes.
Oh! That could be all, G-Man. What a brutal combination of
The ring ambulance.
2 and 4! Williams kicks out. Williams. The referee telling us that was 2. I'm telling you, I mean, you can hear the stunned silence from this crowd here in Keighley. Doug Williams just kicked out of that brutal combination of offense by Dave Mastiff. But now the end has got to be near.
The deadlift.
And look at that
deadlift
bruise
German.
strength.
No.
Elbow by Williams. Williams, he's fighting out with everything he's got now. Into the corner, big charging forearm there. And we've seen this before.
Alex. No. It's the cannonball.
Buckle your
It's the
seatbelts.
cannonball.
And that could be the opportunity that Williams needed. This crowd can sense a change in the tide, G-Man.
Here we go. Savovska to Williams.
Drop and referee in position. 1, 2 and 3. Doug Williams wins it right here at New Generation Wrestling. Keithley.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the Anarchist, Doug Williams!
Well, G-Man, ever since Doug Williams returned to the UK, we've heard reports that the performances he's given are the best of his career. And I've got to tell you right now, after seeing Doug's return here to British Wrestling, the man is in the best condition I've seen him in for the 15 odd years I've known him, with such a decisive win against the monster of the ring in British Wrestling, Dave Mastiff.